SMD Law is the official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Check them out on the interwebs at smdalaw.com or at 866-529-3537. No matter where you are in the state of Michigan, Upper Peninsula, Lower Peninsula, it doesn't matter. They have an office near you. So whether you need to send a letter to an annoying neighbor, or you're a criminal and you need defense, maybe you just have problems with elder law, check them out, smdalaw.com today. The official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Call them first, then you act.
First of all, got to give Michigan State and Coach D'Antonio credit. Did a hell of a job today. Handled some things better than we handled. I'll make sure everybody's clear and don't misinterpret us at the end of the game that I was running off the field. I would never do that. I saw a few of our players running off the field and not going to shake hands. And we are going to win with class, and we are going to lose with class. And we are going to shake people's hands and give them credit because they deserved it. The weather situation is something I've been doing this 23 years. I've never been a part of. 3 hours and 22-minute delay. Probably don't need to talk about it any more than that because it's an excuse. We didn't win the field position battle. We didn't win the turnover battle, and that to me is the story of the game. You turn the ball over 3 times, you only get 1. Especially on the road, you're gonna have a hard day. You're gonna have a long day since the beginning of time. Explosive plays, we won that, but just by 1, 14-13. So that wasn't enough to make up for the turnovers. Penalty battle was a wash. So penalty battles were a wash. We lost the turnover battle. We lost the field position battle. Explosive plays were a wash. So that's the story of the game. It's pretty much that simple. Made some mistakes early in the game. Defensively, we're blitzing. Someone's supposed to peel at the back, or whether it's a defensive end or a linebacker, we got nobody peeling. We got guys running down the field clean. We got to get that cleaned up. Got some moving parts, some guys injured, some other guys in there, and we didn't consistently execute the way we should have. Offensively, we got to be able to get a running game going. Magnified on a day like today, we have got to get a running game going. But at the end of the day, give Michigan State credit. Give Coach D'Antonio credit, and we got a lot of work to do. One of the things that we are going to make sure, if there's any gray area whatsoever with our coaches and with our players and with anybody else, we're going to get back to what got us here, which is focusing on being 1-0, not worrying about anything else whatsoever. You focus on being 1-0, you achieve that each week, everything else will take care of itself. And I'm going to make sure that everybody in our building is crystal clear on that. Because as I would call us a young program in terms of the conversations that we've been a part of for the last 6 to 9 months, maybe a year, I guess you'd call it. We're not mature enough to handle that. And I don't know if anybody is, to be honest with you. So we're going to get back to what I know works, our formula. And we're not talking about anything else than about handling our business, about being 1-0, about respecting our opponent, and getting better every single day at practice, and not worrying about anything else besides that. So open up the questions.
Raise your hand, we'll get a mic to you.
James, I'm not to make this an excuse, just for informational purposes. I've been around even longer than that. I've never seen a game like this. I've never seen a situation like this. How did you attempt to keep the players ready during that long delay?
Well, first of all, I want to give Michigan State credit. They were great. Obviously not an ideal situation being in a visiting locker room. I think this is the room that they cleared out for us. So we had some guys come in here. We had guys get out of pads. We sent ops guys over to Chick-fil-A to get sandwiches. I've never been a part of something like that before. For me to sit here, and I like to say that we have a plan for whatever may come. I didn't have anything in my head coaching manual about how to handle a 3-hour and 22-minute delay, but I will guarantee you I will have one moving forward. I'll talk to sports scientists, I'll talk to other coaches, I'll go through every detail of what happened today, and we will make sure that we have the best plan possible to put our kids in position to be successful. We were not prepared for a 3-hour and 22-second delay, but again, they had the same delay as we did.
Did you have any problem with the delay?
From what? I don't understand.
The length of the delay, considering the conditions.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
I thought it was really lengthy considering the conditions myself.
Yeah, I mean, we don't make those decisions. Okay. People that deal with safety, I think it's the same all over the country. I think everybody has the same deal. It's based on how close.
It's not. It's longer here than it is NCAA regular. So that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know what. I go in the locker room. I talk to the players. I get them Chick-fil-A sandwiches when they tell us we come out. We come out.
James, how much did the conditions affect the passing game, and was it a lot easier to go in one direction rather than the other?
I think we're a fast team. I think we're a fast team. I don't think there's any doubt about it. We play a fast style on offense. I think it took us a little bit to get our feet under us, a quarter or so. Didn't have the explosive plays and shots like we normally do, and then we got them going after that. But obviously we were both playing in the same field conditions again. So I don't want to say that as an excuse.
How much did it affect the passing game? Trey's throwing 3 interceptions. Did the conditions have anything to do with it?
I think it affected a little bit. I mean, you had guys slipping and falling down the one interception. The guy's going, he's right there catching the ball. He slips and falls down, and goes into the safety's hands. So for me to sit here and say it didn't have an effect, it did. But again, they're playing in the same conditions we are. So I don't want to sit here and say those things. They played in the same conditions that we did. They handled it better than we did at the end of the day.
James, you mentioned getting back to doing what you know. Did something change in the last week, 2 weeks, 6 months, 9 months, whatever, that you got away from that?
I just think there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise that we try to manage. When things are going well, there's a lot of noise, a lot of positivity, a lot of patting on the back, and then when you lose a game, it's the complete opposite. It couldn't be more negative. And for us in the past, we haven't worried about all those things. There's playoff rankings coming out. There's this, there's that. There's stuff that doesn't matter. The preseason rankings don't matter. Mid-season rankings don't matter. You go 1-0 every single week. You respect your opponent. You prepare like crazy. You get into the submarine and you shut everything else out. And you're appreciative. When people say nice things, you say thank you very much, and you move on. People say negative things. You say thank you very much and you move on. And it goes in one ear, it goes out the other, and you focus on the things you can control. And I would describe us as a young program. We haven't been a part of these conversations for a long time, and we haven't handled it well. And that's on me, and that won't happen again, because the formula that I know works, we're getting back to. And we're not talking about anything else. Goal setting. I don't believe in it. We're not goal setting. We're focusing on the task at hand and getting better today, waking up in the morning, doing a back handspring out of bed, and attack the day with everything we got. And at the end of the day, go to sleep and then do it again the next day. Put a bunch of days like that, the results will take care of itself. Turn off your phone, turn off the internet, don't buy newspapers, excuse me, I apologize, media. Turn off ESPN, turn off Big Ten Network, and focus on the things in our locker room, the relationships in our locker room, the game film, the practice film, the things that are correctable, and do those things.
James, the defense.
So back to boring interviews. You guys aren't going to like it.
James, the defensive secondary. Were you disappointed that you allowed that many chunk plays, particularly when you were trying to get the ball?
We're not getting to the quarterback enough. That's showed up the last couple of weeks. They're getting to us and getting pressure on our quarterback. We rush 4, we're not getting there. We rush 5, we're not getting there. We rush 6, we're not getting there. We're not getting to the quarterback consistently enough. Can we cover better? Yes. But I'm going to tell you the best thing for coverage is pressuring and sacking the quarterback. I think that's a really good quarterback. I thought he was really good on film. I thought he was really good today. He's poised. He's accurate. He can throw on the run, he can throw from the pocket, he's got mobility. He's a really good quarterback. I got a lot of respect for him. I had respect coming in today. I got more respect after watching him play. So you got to give them credit. But that's part of our issue. You know, do we need to cover better? No doubt about it. But we need to be able to get to the quarterback more consistently.
Coach, in the back, Saquon struggled today, especially in the first half. What was going on, I guess, with the run game, all that?
Yeah, Saquon didn't struggle today. Our offense struggled at times today, and we haven't been running the ball consistently this year. So it's not a Saquon issue, it's a team issue, and we're going to work to get it corrected. If we got to go back to the old inside drill and just do that every day at practice, we're going to get it corrected. We're going to become more of a hard-nosed team up front on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, tight end, O-line, running backs, everybody. We're going to be more physical up front. We're not right now.
James,
we're too finesse.
I'm sorry. Could you take us through the thought process going forward on fourth down there? I'm sure there were pros and cons, and did you think you got something that was going to work?
Yeah, I think it was a 47-yard field goal. I don't know if you guys have seen us hit a 47-yard field goal in the last 2 years. I think we had a first down. We didn't finish the play, but you know I'm very comfortable with that decision. I don't think kicking a 47-yard field goal at the end of the game is in our best interest. On top of that, there was still a lot of time left, and even if we would have made the field goal, they still would have had plenty of time to go down and match us. You know, so I'm comfortable with the decision. I know it'll probably be second guess, but I'm comfortable with the decision based on the things that I just said to you guys.
James, in the back, Marcus has made a lot of good plays for you guys over the years. It seems like that roughing the passer there at the end was pretty late by his standards, anyone's standards. What do you talk to him about to kind of get his head back if you haven't seen it, or what happens with him going forward in terms of getting him back where he needs to be?
He's made a bunch of plays for us. I don't think it's anything about getting back. We're not getting to the quarterback. I think he tried to make a play. I haven't watched the play. I'm on the field level. I didn't realize it was late as what you just described, but obviously it was. And that was a critical play in the game, obviously.
Time for two more.
James, you touched on some of these issues about the noise and everything. I'm just curious, even Nick Saban in Alabama, they're there every year. He says is it possible in the current state of college football to keep 18 to 22-year-old young men away from all of it?
No, but my point is you got to make sure that you're talking about it. You got to make sure that you're addressing it. And when conversations start going a direction they shouldn't go in, you cut it out. You cut it out. And that's what got us here, and we're gonna get back to that. But yeah, there's no way to cut all those things out. There's no way. There's no way you're cutting it out. But we're gonna limit it, and we're gonna make sure that our minds. Everybody else can talk. You guys are. I know you will. You're welcome to talk as much as you want. The fans are. The community is. Everybody. The national people are welcome to talk, and I know they will. We're not going to do it.
James,
we're getting back to our routine.
James, what are the problems that Brian Lewerke creates? And as you watched film on him earlier this year, is he doing more now than he was several weeks ago?
Well, yeah, I think one of the things I was going to answer. Someone asked me a question. I mean, I think the guy last week broke the record, for the university with like 455 yards, didn't he, and 4 touchdowns last week?
445. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously he's playing at a really high level. He's done it 2 weeks in a row. I think it's his combination of traits. He's got good size. He's very accurate. He's got a quick release. He's got enough mobility to keep you honest from that standpoint as well. And he's got some playmakers. I thought the wide receivers made some really good plays for him, and they're protecting well. And they weren't overly effective running the ball as well today, but they were able to mix it in and keep us honest from that standpoint, and then play action pass and max protect and take shots down the field. Well coached, but he's a good player. And I think the last 2 weeks he has really stepped up and really put them in a position to win.
Thank you, Coach.